Layne Staley's voice is captivating on its own. But when he layers his voice on top of his voice on top of his voice, it can bring chills to your entire body. Welcome back to Layne Staley's Most Chilling Harmonies, Part 2. Today I'm going to be bringing you 4 of the most chilling harmonies that Layne Staley has ever recorded, and we're going to start off with my favorite album, and you already know what it is. That's right, self-titled, 1995, the Tripod album. We're going to start off with one of the most eerie, creepy harmonies that kind of flies under the radar, but let's take a listen. This one is Grind. Like, you'd be well advised not to plan my funeral for the body dies, yeah. Not to mention the lyrics are just so dark. In the darkest hole, you'd be well advised not to plan my funeral before the body dies, yeah. Okay, the next line is, come the morning light, it's a see-through show, what you may have heard and what you think you know. It's dark, it's eerie, it's a mysterious vibe. The chorus is way less creepy. Let's listen to it. Let the sun never blind your eyes. Let me sleep so much you won't rise. You see, the opposing forces of the chorus and the verse make this song bittersweet. It's a choir of awesome Laynes in the chorus, and then that verse is just blues. Jerry doing the blues lines, do 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 do, and Layne doing the oh yeah. And I'll tell you what, that Fry voice is a very common tactic in rock music, or especially in Layne Staley's vocal performances. And in fact, that sound has a name, and it's called vocal fry, and it's very common. You'll hear people talking like it a lot, like even like a Valley Girl type of voice, which I can't do. People make fun of it, but it's a very good way to get a nice rock tone, and it's a very nice way to make a creepy, chilling harmony. This next song you may never even have heard because it flies well under the radar of other hits on the album, like Nutshell. But this is Swing on This from Jar of Flies. Let's give it a listen. Now that is creepy. It sounds like da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. But there's a guitar. I think it does the same note every time, but it harmonizes with the voice. So we've got the lead guitar and like 2 or 3 Laynes doing the same kind of vibe. Let's read the lyrics on this one, shall we? And I said, let me be. I'm all right. Can't you see? I'm just fine. Little skinny. Okay? I'm asleep anyway. Let's listen to the next chorus. Let me be, I'm okay, I'm awake anyway. It's too bright over here. I can shift, cannot steer. So I drive them away for a while, then I stay. A little skinny, okay? I'm awake anyway. Just like the last song we listened to, Grind, there's a dichotomy between the verse and the chorus. This verse is like a dominant 7 chord. It's like a blues. Sounds like so it's an A flat. So there's that blues. Right? So it's got a nice blues vibe, and then it goes into the chromatic evilness that really just scares the hell out of me sometimes. Okay, this next one is from probably the best Alice in Chains album, or at least another great Alice in Chains album. This is from the album Dirt, and we're not even going to listen to the verse or the chorus of this song. While they are super dope, the bridge is so eerie and so beautiful and so chilling that we're going to give it a listen. In fact, if you go to the Alice in Chains Sick Man official video, the most replayed part is this bridge. So why don't we give it a listen? my friend. Right, we got that cool low one in the dawn is lost. Right, we got that cool one up there. Let's keep going. Okay, you can hear that laugh in there. So creepy. While the same thing's kind of going on, but he changes, the melody to go along with the words a little bit of different emphasis there. I mean, that resolve is beautiful. Right? That last note is a note that didn't exist in the bridge, right? It resolves back to the key that we're in. Let's go back and listen to that key change. It sounds like it could carry me over, right? He goes, that main melody there, the middle note goes up like a fourth or a fifth or something. So it's like, it feels the key, it fuels the key change, right? But the high one, it's like, carry me over, right? Sick. It doesn't go as high as the other one. It just kind of goes up a whole step or something. So the high note, while you would think that would be the note, and I learned this from trying to sing along a million times, that high note doesn't go as high as the middle note goes. The middle note jumps up high. Okay, why don't we look at those lyrics as well? Those words, though I walk through the valley of and despair. You can hear it clear as day. I've never heard that in my life, unless I'm reading the lyrics along. Anyway, can you see the end? Choke on me, my friend. Must to drown these thoughts, purity overwrought. Must to drown these thoughts. That's kind of like come for to take you away. And then what the hell am I? Worn, eroded pride, saddened 10 miles wide. I'm going to let it slide. All of his songs are about, I know I'm fucked up, but I'm going to let myself die. It's like every time we read the lyrics, that's what it's about. The final entry of this Layne's Most Chilling Harmonies Part 2 video is one I know you all have heard of, but maybe you didn't realize how chilling it really is, or maybe you obviously know how chilling it is. Let's get into it. It's also from Jar of Flies. Nutshell. Now, during Nutshell, it's Layne one-on-one with the crowd. He's telling you the same stuff we kind of talked before. He knows he's dying, and he's calling out for help, but he knows he's not going to get it. Like, he knows he's not going to accept the help, or at least that's what it feels like. Let's listen to the chorus, though, as we've got oohs and ahs. No lyrics in the chorus. Oohs and ahs, but let's listen to all the notes there. Now, I already hear a rub. I hear some dissonance there. So I think it's a minor 9, or we'll call it, a second. So let's listen again. We got, ooh, which is the main one. That's the one you sing if you're singing it live. And then underneath, ooh, right? Ooh, ooh. There's 2, and there's a third one in there. Let's listen. I think. Okay, and that takes us into one of the most beautiful solos of all time, and it'll always remind me of my uncle. He heard this solo one time and replicated it amazingly perfectly in the first try. So I think of that every time I hear this solo, but it's a beautiful solo. If you listen to the chorus again, the guitar is doing a call and the voice is doing the response. The bass guitar is gluing it all together, and the drums do the same thing the whole song through. It's perfect. It's a perfect song. As you all know, you don't need me to tell you that. One thing I just noticed that I've never noticed before, creepy hand on the album cover, the Jar of Flies album cover. The darkest, saddest part about all of this is that no matter what, no matter who you talk to, no matter where
or who you were with,
you'll never hear harmonies this chilling again.
Ever.
Thank you for joining me on part 2 of Layne's most chilling harmony. Now go listen to some Alice in Chains quick.